Yeah, hello everyone. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's just Vibes Day, and if you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, please click the subscribe button. Straight up to the summary of what happened during the week. You know, we all have our league back, Premiership, La Liga, Bundesliga, even the Ronaldo said they just carry Champions League. So everything, we just want to make it snappy and just talk about a few things that happened. And I wish everybody could join me and follow the trend. So we start with Arsenal. Arsenal looking really.
And Forest, Nketiah and Bukayo Saka actually graced the goal. They did so very well. Taiwo Awoniyi, the Nigerian guy, with the assist from Elanga, did well to brought them back into the game, but it was not enough for Nottingham to come back into the game. Arsenal played them flawless. The possession was too much. They were just even defending. They didn't even anything to even play the Arsenal side. So you could give it up to the Arteta boys for what they did in that one. Then Everton against Fulham. Everton never learned. Seriously, they haven't learned anything. Iwobi did well in the second half. It was not so much in the game in the first half as well. But I don't know why they lose so much goals, so much attempts. I can see why Pickford was really annoyed at the end of the game, because Fulham scored them at the 9th minute of the game, and I can understand his frustration. He needs to be frustrated. He needs to speak up to the boys. They need to start converting chances, because you can't have all those opportunities and don't put it at the back of the net. Newcastle, Aston Villa, wow. Newcastle will be a fucking threat, even in the Champions League, except when it comes to the experience side. They are really good. The positioning, the attacking, the aggressiveness, the placing of the ball, the second ball. Newcastle just won't finish everybody. They had 5 goals against Aston Villa. Aston Villa did really well last season, coming into from the half of the bottom to the second, to the first bottom, to the first side of the league table last season. So for Aston Villa to lose against Newcastle on their first match of the season with that margin, it's something to write home about. So we'll go straight into the Man Madrid side. So Madrid was looking really solid. The placement of the pass, the composure in the midfield, and this is to show you that these are clubs that know how to put their replacement very well. Understanding Modric and Kroos are on their way out of the club. They already lost Casemiro last time, and the placement in the midfield doesn't even have the sight of losing this legend. I know those boys will still learn a lot from Modric and Kroos, but the way Madrid is going now, and it might look as if they are not even intact yet, but the Jude combination with Tchouaméni is something to write home about. I don't know how they place themselves together, and maybe it's the young foil inside them and the energy and don't wanting the old men to come back into the team. Maybe I feel that's where the energy is coming from, but still Madrid is on the winning side. Madrid, Rodrigo and Jude Bellingham giving them the winning goal for that match. Straight up to Bayern Munich, Leipzig. Bayern Munich was totally flawless in the match. They didn't do anything. They were not in the game at all. Bringing up Kane and Kim to come, and I don't know what they want to come and do, because when I was looking at the press conference of Tuchel, it was like Harry Kane was so embarrassed. I felt like they have not trained the whole week. So yes, Harry Kane needs to be, because that's his first match, that's his debut. He needs to show up for something. He's a big man of the match. So it's hard to end out that way. Then we have Tottenham. We have Brentford Tottenham, where we have Brian and Wissa scored for Brentford. Then we have Romero and Emerson scored for Tottenham. This is another match that was with so much energy. I love the new coach of Tottenham. He wasn't backing down regardless of the pressure from the Brentford. He has this song too, needs to start converting. All those ones maybe say there's Kane, and Son needs to step into the real shoes. I don't see Richard Alisson doing those work of Harry Kane. But maybe Tottenham even need a new striker. I don't know. If you feel like they need a new striker, please put it in the comment section. And let's talk about Chelsea. Chelsea Liverpool was a game. I think Liverpool had the first half and Chelsea took over from the second half. So quick insight from the Chelsea match, where we had James. James was the captain of the match, and he was substituted, and we felt like he was injured, and Pochettino had to clear out that he was tired, that he had to go out and everything. But another person to dig deep in that match was McAllister. Very good buy for Liverpool. But I feel like McAllister need another midfield to complement his job. Another midfielder to complement his job. He cannot do it alone. He's a really good player, and I felt like that is where Enzo and Cicelo is going to be a big match in the Premiership this season. And make Nanu forget, Chelsea midfield could choke this year because of, I don't know how they manage around this their money spending thing, but it's really, really crazy. It's really, really crazy. And this guy, this their Jackson, I don't know where they got the guy from. I think it's Villarreal or Valencia or something. That guy is a rugged striker, as in, he's a very, very rugged striker. He doesn't get tired. He's always pushing. He's always trying to get more. And one thing about that kind of striker is going to get a lot of supplies from Reece James, because Reece James has this, how do I call this crossing? He has this direct crossing that is coming direct to you. So Chelsea is going to be a whole lot of teams to battle with. And you know, this I think they have a less competition this season. They are not in the Champions League, they are not in the Europa League, so they will just focus on the league, and it will be a good fight for them in the league. Thiago Silva said Baba never age. I think his age is just, he's still in the game. He's trying to do so much for the Chelsea boys and everything, bringing up the experience into the team, and a lot more about this Chelsea team. Liverpool not too solid, because I feel like if they had an injury now that hits the team, they are going to go back to where they start from last season. So that's where I feel like they have a really, really big problem. Van Dijk still don't put body in tackles. It's just trying to be that intelligent defender, but sometimes you need to do the tackle. At the vendor you be, then nobody you make, you can't do model for there. So a lot of things with this Liverpool team. Salah forming the big man when he was substituted. Guys, they don't substitute you. Go sit down. You don't need to be furious. At least you are aging, so you shouldn't expect the grace you're having 5 years ago. But you know, now sometimes ambition, they always push these players and they don't want to relax and sit back. But that's all it about Chelsea and Liverpool. And one thing about it is that we are having Poch to come back into the Premiership. So I believe everybody should expect a lot from him. He will want to prove himself as one of the best coach, because I felt like we still underrate him. So I felt like that's the situation between that Liverpool-Chelsea. Liverpool didn't really sit well, thinking it was Chelsea of last season, and Chelsea had to turn it around. Enzo Fernandez, that boy. That was a really, really good player. So straight up now, let's just leave Chelsea and go to Barca. It was a game of red card. Rafinha and Edes was red carded, and Jamie Mata was discarded as well for Getafe. Barcelona coach was really, really furious. Had to call La Liga League a disgrace because of the match. I don't know how they are going to resolve that, but I feel like they need to start controlling the player, talk sense into them. It's a game of football. Let everybody enjoy it. So stop training all those flying tackles and start having those riff with players. Then last but not the least, we have Man U and Wolfsburg. I beg, this one was a total show of shame for me. I don't know how Ten Hag wants to say it, but I feel like Man U is not even nothing to write home about. Now you're in the Champions League and you're playing like this against a team like Wolf at home. How do you survive teams like Real Madrid? How do you survive teams like Napoli? Because those are teams with dangerous attack. Those are teams who take their chances at any moment. And Onana had to make a complete 6-7 save with direct shot to him. This is so much way of starting the season. I know they survived it with a 3 point, but it's not something to write home about. Garnacho, I have high hopes for Garnacho. I have big high hopes for Garnacho, but looking like it's not ripe enough for me. Bruno was just overwhelmed, too overzealous, too much passes on the ball, couldn't even formulate the midfield. Anthony is just not a good area for me yesterday. I know he's a good player, but yesterday was not just his play. Wan-Bissaka too good, tried his best. Make sure he keeps his tap, keeps sliding and everything. Mount, he just needs to establish himself as that team. He was nowhere to be found. If he really wants to continue playing, because I feel like Ten Hag doesn't have a lot of patience. That's why you have people like Ronaldo out of the team. So if Mount wants to continue playing in the team, he needs to establish himself in the team real fast. Onana was so comfortable. I feel like his composure was what make him feel like he's good. I don't think it's really that good, but he has so much composure in saving. He doesn't panic. This is where the difference comes in between him and De Gea. De Gea might be shaky. De Gea is good, but doesn't really have that good composure in the post line when you have that kind of direct shot to you. So, guys, this is what I have for you to say about these matches, and I know we'll do better next time. We'll come with a lot of reviews and everything. So, guys, like, subscribe, and share.